What up, you guys? It's BBKDRAGOON. I know we were going to talk about the movement techniques in Halo 5. I want to put that on pause. I know there's a ton of you who are experienced Halo players who need Halo 5 specific stuff, and that's what this video is. Things that I've noticed, tips that are very particular to Halo 5, which has a very unique feeling. So, listen, the AR, the SMG, they're really good. They're extremely good. I think the AR feels almost better than it was in the beta. And I know it's been looked down upon in previous Halos to use that AR up close and personal, kind of a newbie, stereotype. You have to use the AR in close range encounters. Like, if you're entering a situation where you're close up and it's pistol versus the AR, I think has the advantage in a lot of ways. Because that pistol, it's pretty easy to drop a shot. You're close up, one drop shot, pistol versus AR, the AR almost always wins, so don't sleep on those weapons. In the past, it's been kind of looked down upon, but I'm finding myself feeling much more comfortable going into a real aggressive situation up close and personal with that AR, or cleaning up kills with it. It's just really good. Nades. Oh my gosh, grenades are really powerful. Grenades are CE levels of powerful in Halo 5. With that said, they're everywhere. On most of the maps, there are grenades everywhere, so you don't have to be as sparing with them. In previous Halos, we've always held on to our grenades as defensive tools. That seemed to be a very useful, way to spend your resources. If somebody's chasing you, that's when those nades become the perfect get off me bro. In a lot of ways, you get to be more aggressive with grenades in Halo 5. Also understand, if you're in the pathway, let's say you just got one shot, you need to be thinking immediately, can a nade get me? If it can't, I need to move out of here. Pay attention to sprint. Do not over sprint. You will get destroyed in this game if you over sprint. Do you see the yellow bar at the top? That bar shows you how long until you have your shield coming back up. And the longer you sprint, that bar is not going to start recharging. I'm seeing a lot of players not pay attention to the yellow bar that tells them how long until their shields are going to begin to recharge. If you are sprinting all over the place, you're going to find yourself dying all the time because your shields are not regenning. Now, shields regen pretty stinking quick if you're not sprinting. In fact, the maps are all pretty small in Arena, so sprint is a unique thing. You can use it as a desperation get out of here maneuver, or you can maneuver, like that word, or you can use it to actually work on getting power weapons and that sort of thing. But just don't overuse sprint. You're going to get punished by it big time. The radar. I know in the vid doc, they talked about reducing the radar range from 30 meters to 18 meters. I cannot find any official word on this, but I'm pretty certain the radar only activates if an opponent is sprinting, firing their weapon, jumping, or using any Spartan abilities. I don't know if that's confirmed, but I can tell you I've been within 18 meters of a lot of players who are not appearing on the radar unless they're jumping, using ability, or shooting. I don't know if that's something that's been kind of hush-hush. I've heard rumors about that, but there has been plenty of times where that short little 18-meter radar range, they're not showing up. So don't rely on it. Don't always trust it. Pay attention to it when you can, but do be aware, I think there's more going on with the radar than what they have told us in the official patch notes. Positioning. My good friend Rippin from Destiny Tracker and Halo Tracker, he's a really good player, I think said it best. Halo 5 is entirely about positioning. Every map has a power point on it, and if you can control it, you're going to control the game. And it's about controlling those power weapons. Coliseum, it's this snipe tower, and then picking up the rockets. The rocket side of the map is super weak because you're very exposed. I mean, look how easy it is to get shots on opponents over there. But if you can control this snipe side, you've got basically sightlines everywhere and a ton of escape routes. So positioning is very important. I'd really encourage you to go into custom games and spend time on each of the new maps. There's a lot of stuff on these maps, a lot of jump routes, a lot of escapes and sightlines. Plaza especially is a really confusing map. The more time you can put into custom games figuring these maps out, the better it's going to be on yourself. Work with a team. If at all possible, please play with teammates. Going into 2v1 situations is insane in Halo 5. Kill times are quick, and it's very hard to take on two Guardians at once. Nigh impossible if they're good players. Yes, you can outshoot them and outplay them, but I'm just saying, when you work with a team, collapsing in on weak opponents is very effective. Power weapons. They've obviously been important in Halo for a while, but now even more so. The announcer talks about them, and they're going to show up 3-4 times in a game. I'm not just talking about the obvious ones like Rocket and Sniper. I'm talking about, the Plasma Caster. I'm talking about the Hydra. Spend time in Warzone learning how to use those two weapons. They both have unique fire modes, and they can be used in different ways. They're both powerful. Plasma Caster specifically is incredible, but you have to know how to use it. You have to have some experience with that weapon. Because if you just pick it up, you might think it stinks and not pick it up again. It's a power weapon for a reason. That weapon does have quite the skill curve. I'm not just talking about the obvious power weapons. Almost everything on map has a purpose. Halo 5 has done a great job with the sandbox, making just about everything useful and has an advantage to picking it up outside of just your AR pistol. Be ready to escape as well. 2v1s in this game are insane. So if you get into, engagement, you pop around the corner, there's 2 guys who drill 3 shots in you in just a heartbeat, and you have to thrust back around the corner. It's not the best idea for you to actually try and outshoot them by popping back out. You need to reposition or work with teammates. 2v1s in this game are very hard if they're both engaging on you. So be careful and be ready to escape. Be cautious when and where you mantle. That animation takes long enough, it can get you killed. Ground pound can be quite useful. I found it to be pretty funny, actually. By the time people usually adjust to you and look up and start putting shots in, you're actually blasting towards them. Don't overuse it, mind you. Always try for the win, but please don't obsess over your rank. It's going to take a while before the matchmaking gets everybody's MMR right and people sort of start landing in the divisions that they're supposed to be in. Been playing, like I said, in Diamond 2 in both Slayer and the Team Arena playlist, and it's hit or miss. Some matches we're playing people that aren't, it's not too even, and then other games we're playing matches where it is absolutely insane difficult, like really, really good players who are calling out and communicating. Those are the things that I've found so far. I'm really enjoying Halo 5. I have so many thoughts and opinions on it. I mean, some things I'm very conflicted on, some things I like, some things I don't like. I just need a lot more time with the game before I put out, any impression video or anything like that. Thanks, guys. If there's anything you'd like to share down below, or if you've experienced similar radar stuff that I have, I'd love to hear about it. We'll see you next time, Spartans. Have a good night.